Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I am bringing you a night battle in Total War Attila. It is a 3 versus 3, and you can see that there are some Swaby warriors moving forwards very, very quickly. If we kind of zoom out and see in the full of the moonlight, they've actually Vanguard deployed, and if I just kind of pause the video and look over very close, you can see that they have Vanguard deployed right behind my forces. So I'm going to keep it paused. We're going to take a look at the army comps real quick, and then we'll get the battle started as it pretty much starts right away. So looking at my army comp first, I am playing as the Tanukids once again. I am undefeated as the Tanukids so far. I believe I'm 5-0 with the Tanukids. I don't know what it is about this faction, but I just seem to be really effective with them. But in the front, I've got about 4 units of Desert Hurlers, so just a basic slinger unit. And then I have 4 units of Tanukid pikes. They're the heavy pike infantry, so they're a little bit better than the more standard pikes that they bring. And then you guys know, if you do watch my videos, you know that I usually bring a lot of the ambushers, but this is a very high money battle. I think it was like 15 or 16k per player, so I actually upgraded to the Kushite Shotelet, or Shotelai. I don't know how to say that exactly, but they're kind of the heavier tier infantry. Take a look at these swords here. I would not want to be cut with those. They almost look like the scythes from like the old USSR flag. I believe it is the USSR that had that. It was just like the red flag with like the scythe on it. So that looks pretty deadly. And then I've got my General's Bodyguard over here, Mavia's bodyguards. And then I have 6 units of the Clibinarii, and I think that this is one of the most effective cav that you can get in Total War Attila. They're super cost effective. They're only tier 2 heavy shock cav. They're really cheap, but they just get it done, and you guys will see that in this battle for sure. So moving on to my allies over here. Oops, I'm passing a couple of them. So we got another Tanukid player, so he's bringing some Tanukid pikes as well. And he's actually got some of these Badea skirmishers, so they look pretty cool. They almost look like the desert ambushers, the infantry, but he's got a couple units of them. And then here's the Tanukid ambushers over here. You can see them looking very, very scary. Kind of trying to hide in that tall grass, but it's pretty obvious where they are. And then he's got the Mavia's bodyguards over here. And then he's got a mix of cav. He's got 2 units of the Mavia's Chosen, very, very elite, very expensive. And then he's got 3 units of cheaper Sandstorm Lancers, so they look pretty cool as well. So I think that pretty much sums up that. Oh, he's also got some elite Nubian archers as well. So pretty nice archer force. And then the last player on our side is the Eastern Roman Empire, so he's got a lot of these Numeroi, cheaper infantry. Then he's got some Eastern Auxilia Palatina. He's got some Menalatoi. And some Armored Sagittarii. And then way over here, you can see his line extends for quite a bit. But he's got a couple units of Hetarie Guard. These guys are super elite. They just look excellent. I really love heavy axes. I'm not that effective with them. Like, yes and no, but that looks really nice with the moon in the background and such. And then I think he's got just Tagmata Cavalry. That's all he's brought. Melee cav. So they look pretty cool. Tier 3. Obviously very, very expensive. So you can see... Whoops, sorry guys. You can see that the Swaby player is kind of split between these little 2 flanks over here. So we'll take a look at his main body first, and then we'll take a look at the army comps. So we got some noble Swaby swordsmen in the front. Looks like 6 units of them. And then he's got some noble Germanic cavalry. Heavy melee cav, tier 2. And then he's got the Swaby nobles, also tier 2. And then running over here to his ambush force, he's got 3 units of Germanic brigands. And 4 units of Swaby warriors. So they're a heavy, very heavy axe unit, but only tier 1. So probably not very heavily armored. Also these brigands, tier 1. And then we got some tier 2 cav over here. We got some Germanic Knight Raiders. And how fitting is that? The Knight Raiders on a night battle. Very, very cool. So that's pretty much the Swaby player. So let's zoom over and kind of take a look at the other two. So we've got the Sassanids here. They're bringing some Sogdian Camel Raiders. He's got some Camel Clibinarii. And then he's got an elite line. He's got the elite immortals in the front lines. These guys just look awesome. And then in behind, he's got some Naft throwers, a couple units of them. And some Royal Persian archers, so very, very expensive infantry and cav. And Safbed is here, the general. And then he's got some more of the Zahaidan Immortal Cavalry, so an archer, a bow cav unit. And then the last one that we're looking at here is the Western Roman Empire, so bringing a lot of Herculani Signores. So very heavy on the heavy infantry, no surprise there as the Romans. He's got some Ravenna Elite Ballistarii. All over here we got more Herculani Signores, so pretty much just spammed the elite of the elite, but why not? He's got enough money, right? More Herculani Signores. And then he's got some Scolae Gentiles. And then he does have a couple units of Elite Palatina here. And then he's got his General Bodyguard, Master Militum. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Taking a look at the man count, it's 6,120 men for our side, and 5,850 men for the enemy side. So I'm going to make a quick cut here and start the battle with the ambushers on the flank right behind my army. We'll see how that goes. Alright guys, so we are back here, and you can see that I'm quickly withdrawing all of my Clibinarii, my heavy shock cav. They're going to be the ones that are going to be the tool that slows down this little ambush force here. You can see that he's got some raiders here, but I don't think he expected how fast my Clibinarii were, and they're just going to charge right in over here. Nice slow motion. You can see the blood spraying because this cav is just so lightly armored. They're not going to be able to survive a charge like that. And then you can see more units kind of pulling around the flanks. I've actually effectively driven off the other two units. And I'm kind of repositioning another unit around. You can see that a lot of the Germanic brigands are throwing their pila into the side of my men, getting some really decent kills there. But I'm just going to charge in with this unit of Clibinarii. This heavy shock cav is going to wreck these tier 1 units. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, just penetrating probably 10 lines deep. You can see he's pushing forwards this heavy axe infantry very quickly, but I've got another excellent charge over here on this side as well. And if I turn on the HUD here, you can see that a lot of the Germanic brigands are pretty much down to half strength. And check it out, all of them are wavering already. I've already broken the 1 unit of Germanic Knight Raiders as well. But he is reinforcing with his Swaby warriors, so that's a good call there. Over on this flank, I'm going to be able to sandwich this one against the border. They're not going to be able to run any farther. They are getting some good shots in, but as soon as my cav connects, they're just dead. There's no way that they'll be able to defeat my heavily armored cav like this. You can see my allies are sending forwards their elite cav as well. So they're going to be helping me in this engagement. But I'm already swinging my units around. Annoyingly, they're firing at me as they're retreating. So that's a good call there. But yeah, most of the infantry is pretty much breaking over here. They're quickly trying to move forward some Germanic horsemen. I did not notice that he was going to be here that quickly. And that was a pretty solid tactic by the Swabian player there. He's actually going to clip these archers here with a nice charge. That's going to be GG for those archers. Yeah, just tossing them aside. But the pikes are right here to kind of help the archers, any ones that are still alive. But unfortunately, my pikes were not in a good position, so they got a really decent charge off on my men, unfortunately. So that's not too good. And we've also got these raiders coming in as well. So I'll go ahead and kind of go into the insert mode. Maybe jump up to the front here and take a look. I've got some of my elite warriors surrounding the Germanic brigands, but they get a nice charge on the backs of my men. So that is tough to see there. So all in all, pretty good play. by the Swabian. He is actually reinforcing his soldiers very quickly. So let's go ahead and put this back on play. If we zoom overwards, you can see that the Immortal Cavalry is going to be annoying the Eastern Roman Empire Tagmatic Cavalry, but he is effectively zoning them out. Yeah, and here come the Swabi warriors. I'm trying so quickly to get my pikes into a proper position so that they can't reinforce this battle over here. You can see that some of my infantry, the Kushite warriors, are breaking, but I get another nice charge against the Germanic raiders, and they should be breaking. I've completely collapsed this flank over here. Most of the Germanics are breaking over there as well. But yeah, take a look at my pikes. They're so out of position because I've had to micro so hard in this battle. Keep in mind that we're only 2 minutes into the battle. All of this has already happened in less than 2 minutes. So these Swabi warriors are going to be able to cut down my pikes rather easily. Yeah, they're really in no formation that would work. These pikes are pretty much going to get slaughtered, but I've already pretty much resigned myself to that fact. They've got a little bit of a line going. I just want to protect this engagement over here. I want to win on this engagement. He has some noble Swabi swordsmen over here, but I've got them kind of sandwiched between my pikes and this unit of Kushite Shotele. And I think I'm coming in for another charge as well on them. Just to try to break them. Maybe not. Oh, I'm committing more infantry into it, that's why. But yeah, he sent a lot of his noble Germanic horsemen over here, but my Clibinarii, again, are just breaking all of the horses that they come across. And it looks like this Swabi sword unit is just keeping all of the Sandstorm Lancers out of the fight. So that's pretty good play there. If we look at what the other sides are doing, the Sassanid player is pretty much staying where he is, but the Western Roman player is sending forwards a couple units at a time, and he's re-engaging a lot of his other men onto this side. You can actually see that some of the Scolae Gentiles are breaking, but there's a nice charge from the Camel Clibinarii into the rear of the Tagmatic Cavalry on this flank. So it's pretty much just a crazy brawl over on this flank. But luckily on this flank we have won, and you can see that I've got all of my cav coming forwards. I want to get my presence known on this left flank. I don't want to buckle and fold in behind my other allies, just because that'll give them a chance to kind of surround us. But yeah, these units of noble Swabi swords are just getting wrecked by the Sandstorm Lancers. Yeah, here comes the charge. Nice charge there. Lances were not down, but it's still enough. They were already wavering. I can't imagine them sticking around too much longer. No, they're out of there. And here we go. You can see that I am not phased by these units of heavy infantry. I am more than capable of just destroying them with my cav units. So I've got them in wedge formation. If he's going to send units one at a time like this, I'll be happy to slaughter them one by one. So he's got the 2 units coming here. It looks like he tries to retreat them, but unfortunately I get a really nice charge on the backs of these Elite Palatina. The same on this one. They were turned around, and then I combo it with another cav unit from the side here. So yeah, that is really tough to see. If we turn on the HUD, you can see that those units are already breaking. Here comes another charge from the back, and that's just going to crack them. So yeah, they're already wavering. And then if we look over here, he's trying to run away his Elite Balistariae, but unfortunately, I'm able to catch them as well. Oh, nice charge. Lance is down just in time. Yeah, this cav is so deadly. So they're going to be able to clean up over there. If we turn back on the HUD, you can see that the general for the Swabians is engaged, and he's actually trying to send some of his warriors into support, but I've got a unit of my cav once again right in behind. Gonna charge in there. You can see the Swaby nobles, they are dropping quite quickly. He is breaking one of my units of cav, though, so that's not bad. But I've mostly freed up another unit here. Let's go ahead and get into insert mode here. So I see a better opportunity. I'm just going to charge right into the backs of these Herculanei Signores. Oh, man. You could just hear the metal grinding and bending from that charge. And then taking a look at the HUD as well. Like, these were pretty healthy units of Herculanei Signores. They're already down to half health. Like, again, my cav is getting pretty depleted, but they are definitely doing their job. And my army is just flooding forwards on this left flank. The general for the Swabians is broken. I'm cleaning up another unit of these Herculanei Signores over on this flank as well. And you can see that the Western Roman Emperor, the Empire's general, the Master Militum, he wants to come in over here and try to save some of his infantry because he sees all of my cav. Here's another good charge coming in. Oh, yeah. I'm going to leave the HUD on just so you guys can see how fast they actually break. Just like that, they are gone. And that I don't even stop. It's just flood after flood after flood of cav. Over on this side, I haven't really focused much over here, but the Eastern Roman Empire and the Tanukids are putting up a great stand against the Western Roman Empire. A lot of their infantry is breaking just due to the sheer force of the kind of 2 versus 1 over here. The Tagmata cavalry is losing a lot of men chasing after these immortal cavalry, but they're doing the job of keeping them from annoying anybody else, so that was a good play there as well, keeping them out of the battle for as long as possible. You could see that the Master Militum had charged into my cav, but I managed to break them very quickly. Here's another small unit. Ooh, yeah, the Sandstorm Lancers coming in to clean up that unit before I even got there. Very, very good teamwork. Very, very good play for everyone. But yeah, you can see that where the death kind of is, you know, a lot of I think these are camels. Yeah, a lot of the camels were slain over here against the Eastern Roman Empire. They had some more engagements over here. But if you just zoom out, you can really see that most of the death is just all over in this area. So at this point, my army is pretty depleted. I've got 3 units of decently healthy pikes, but only 2 units of heavy infantry, and my slingers, but they've all used their ammo up. But out of my 7 units of cav, I've got my general, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all of my cav is still here. They haven't broke. A lot of them are very depleted, like this one down to 11 men, 19 men, 15 men, 7 in this one, but they are still here. And the Eastern Roman Empire is pretty healthy, as well as the Tanukids. They've got some of their ambushers left as well. But I think he lost most of his pikes. No, he's got them here. Yeah, so the Tanukids did lose their pikes. He actually did move forwards to help defend me in the ambush struggle. So a lot of the brave Tanukids have lost their lives in the defense of their Tanukid brothers. So yeah, so this is pretty much what's left. Unfortunately, the attacking one at a time really didn't work out. It really rarely does. I respect the ambush. That was a very valid approach. But if you're going for an ambush, you need everybody else to be on board, because all of these elite immortals and the Royal Persian archers, the naft throwers, like if he had got those around the flank and thrown them into the backs of my men, it could have been a very different story. But he's focusing all of his ammo on my desert hurlers, and I'm more than happy to allow that, because they're pretty much all out of ammo at this point. And I'm just getting all my cav in around the flanks. And if we look over on this side, you can see that the Eastern Roman Empire, along with the Tanukids, are pushing very hard on the right flank there. Yeah, here come my Kushite warriors. You can just hear the Nafta throwers, though. Look at the shaking. That is hard to see. But yeah, here come my cav into the backs of the NAFTA throwers. I've had it with them throwing their pots at me. We're just spilling in behind as quickly as possible. We're going right for the general. He is moving some of his elite immortals to help his general out. But I get a nice charge on those spears. Just look at this battle. This was a glorious battle. Usually night battles are harder to follow, but the cinematics are just amazing. Amazing. Here we go. We got the Tanukid pikes. Looks like he does have 1 or 2 units left. So they are fighting as hard as they can. The ground is shaking. Can't imagine there's too much left there. Yeah, we're pretty much down to the last 18 seconds of the game. I've crippled the Sassanids on this flank, and pretty much the elite spears on this flank as well are all that's left. Just a rush of men. So very, very epic battle there. Let's end the replay and take a look at the results here. So here is my allies. Sharax, Dima, and Shinix. And then we got Tunix was the Western Roman. Mervin Camille Zero was the Swabian player, and Turkic was the Sassanid player. So let's take a look at who got a decent amount of kills. So yeah, this is my my Tanukid allies. So his pike's not doing too well, but his desert ambusher's doing well. His infantry doing well, and his cav doing okay. Like, these maybe his chosen are very expensive. They only got about 250 kills together, and the Sandstorm Lancer is only adding a little bit more. Reflective of my cav, take a look at this. 320, 277, 308, 328, 173, 317. So this is almost 1,500 kills with my cav. It would be pretty much 1,600 kills with my general. So if you guys are playing as the Tanukids, I highly, highly recommend these Clibinarii. I will argue day and night that these are the best cav units in Attila. They're just so effective. And my pikes, they did okay. This one got kind of trashed, but that was the one that we saw in the battle, got put out of position. And my infantry doing okay, slingers doing okay. Now the Eastern Roman Empire, he actually did pretty solid all around. Even his Tagmata cavalry got a decent amount of kills, even though they were being shot to death by the Sassanid archer cav. And his Hetaria Guard getting almost mirror kills there. That's not too bad. And take a look at the Western Roman Empire. He kind of filtered his forces in one by one, which was a mistake, I think. But a couple of units did well. 123, 118 there. So that's not too bad. And then this was the ambush warriors. So their Swabi swordsmen did well, but all of their other infantry pretty much just got wrecked. One unit of Noble Germanics getting some decent kills. And this Swabi warrior unit didn't do too bad at all. And the Sassanid player, he kind of had the last stand. His elite immortals not getting enough kills for how much they cost. His archers doing okay, cav doing okay, and his naft throwers not getting too many kills, thankfully. But I think if he used those a little more effectively, it would have been a different story. So thanks very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this epic night battle. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.